Good afternoon. This is the Abyss podcast with El Conito and me.
Good afternoon.
The Abyss. We're not making fun of you, Jocko. We love Jocko.
Big fans.
And so I was like, dude, I want to start it. Good evening. And just because, to start off talking about Jocko.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
The best.
So, I know you haven't heard 53, and we're at 55.
I'm jumping to it tonight.
53. Colder than hell. Marines in Korea. Jogger said himself, I do not think I would ever complain about anything, right?
Yeah.
Just how miserable those guys had it. And beautiful story. I love his reading.
It's just so soothing.
Right? You're listening and you're like, oh, dude, I feel it. Like,
I'll be listening to podcasts and like 6 hours go by and I'm like, oh snap. Where's the day? Learning.
And I love, so the first one, his voice, he's got his voice, but he's not there. But you can hear him getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, and when he starts reciting poetry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the man.
Shakespeare podcast? That was.
The Shakespeare,
That was a good one.
He's got soul. You know, Jocko has a lot of soul and a lot of just love. And so I thought that would be.
It's good. It's good.
All right, so we can talk about this, but I wanted to see what you thought about this. All right.
Go for it.
So yesterday's podcast on Radiolab. Radiolab, great one. It's called Lose Lose.
Okay.
And it's about the 2012 Olympics. The badminton team were doing badminton, whatever.
Right.
The two teams that are playing against each other, the one that wins has to face the number one team.
Okay.
All right. The team that loses has to face easier team.
Right.
Both teams are trying to lose. Badly.
Yeah.
Right? They're
missing. They're losing it. They forget what sport they're playing.
Right. So halfway through the game, the official comes out and has a black card, you're banned, you're done, you're shoom. And he's telling them, you're embarrassing the sport, you're this, you're play. This is the Olympics. And you hear him speaking, and you're like, whoa, all right. Ethically,
yes,
totally agree.
Yeah.
But, yesterday I was watching the Cowboys play the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
They had their third string quarterback in. They didn't necessarily want to lose, but they weren't really trying to win.
Yeah.
And do you conserve yourself? Do you save yourself? Is it cheating? Is it good thought process?
It sounds like they were just strategically looking out for their own best interest. But I don't know. For me personally, especially going along this path that I want to, just you do the best that you can in everything. Because how you do the little things is how you do everything. And so I remember reading about the 4-minute mile, breaking the 4-minute mile. There was actually someone before, what was his name? Was it Barry Holmes? I forget.
If you said the 4-minute mile swimmer,
I didn't know that. No, but excuse me for any track runners, stars out there. There was actually someone who could have been the first person to beat the 4-minute mile before, the first person to do it, but they felt uncomfortable because they would have won the race anyways.
Right.
They were able to take it. They were at a decision. It was 100 meters left, and they could have decided: do I go for it and possibly break the 4-minute, or do I just ease up and I'll still be first place? And he decided to take the easy road and just ease up and be the first place. I don't even know his name.
We don't need to know his name.
Yeah.
He didn't put out all the way.
No.
Who cares about that guy?
And so no one remember who comes in second place. And so it's kind of but my perspective is the reason I'm kind of risking it all on this career path. For those who don't know me, I'm going to college, and I could possibly just get out of college, get a cush job, and just smooth sailing. But you get one shot at life. As far as I know, that's it. You get one shot and you're done. Is that what you really want to go out? Is that what your story is? You really want to be the team that tried to lose to take it easy? I don't know. For me, it's just a different. They were focusing on the now. They're like, oh, if we lose now, we'll do an easier team. But in the grand scheme of things, when they look back at it, are you really proud of the decisions you made? And so, I don't know. I think it's in some terms yes, you have to ease back, but when it's go time, it's go time.
Now, you should have faith that you can not only beat these guys, but then we'll beat those guys.
Exactly. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you can just quit now. Because it doesn't matter if the entire world, if everybody believes in you, if you don't believe in yourself, you've already lost before you even begun the battle.
So badminton.
Yes.
Well, it's not quite as bad. Well, actually, it's a real sport compared to like the curlers.
Oh,
The
yes.
People with
Yes. I bet you their houses are clean.
They are. Dude, I always bash on curlers and people from Arizona.
We're gonna get it for that.
It's all right. When we're being banned or people are picketing the three guys with no curling's a sport.
Arizona's cool.
Yeah, Arizona's great. Oh, that state. Anyway, but it was really good. The podcast Radio Lab.
Yes.
They're really awesome for me for twisting my thought.
Oh, definitely.
You're sitting there going, oh, no, shoot. And it goes the other 180,
Yeah.
or it goes 270 because it goes beyond, and you're just
what
like...
you think.
So, you listen to the Bruce Lee podcast?
Not yet.
You have to. All right.
I will.
The second one was called Be Water, My Friend.
Yes.
And it talked about his whole philosophy of water.
Yeah. I watched the interview many, many times. When he's being interviewed, and he goes into the whole adapt to your surroundings. You can be water, because water is the most adaptive thing. It can be powerful yet gentle. It cuts rock not through its power, but its perseverance. And just all of that just literally changes the way you think about everything.
All right, so here's my theory on water.
Yes.
All right, water is my thing, right?
Yes, it is.
It's all I think about. It's all I
It's
know.
who you are.
I drink it and go, no, it's not as good as this water, right? Water.
Yeah.
All right, so I have this thing against snow.
Okay.
Snow is trapped ocean yearning to be free.
I can see that.
All right? It's trapped. It's cold. It's unhappy. It wants, right? It wants to evaporate and go into the sky and be free.
Yes.
It's just a little hippie-ish.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I
right?
see where you're coming from. I respect that.
All right? So, people,
Yes.
we're just trying to evaporate and go into the sky, basically.
Mhm.
You know, and we're all water.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to be free.
just trying to be free. And when you're in the water, for me, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's everything that I want it to be, you know. And so then when guys go, on Saturdays or Sundays, they go to the Skylark pool and they work out and they're swimming, and they're totally on it. I'm not afraid of nothing. My buddy breathing's going really good. Everything's nice. Monday, the instructors show up.
Yeah.
Boom, they fail. And I'm like, what is the difference between the pool on Saturday or the pool on Monday? There's no difference, right? So if you treat the water, you, one, make it your home, and two, treat the water, hey, this is mine.
This is my space.
You know, no matter what happens, this is where I belong. And so when someone comes in and they're splashing you for buddy breathing, this is all I see, is you and me. The hands in front of me, the this, the that, it's all just, it's a dance, it's chess. It's like, oh, he's gone there, I will go here. And you just flow with it like water. And because eventually you're going to come back up to the surface. It might be a while, or it might seem like a while. You know, everything's going on. You don't know what's going on. And then, hey, relax. You will breathe. And which was one of the questions, and we'll get to it later. We got Q&A. I mean, this is like a real podcast with like start, finish.
Legit.
Yeah, and
still not scripted, but that's okay.
Unscripted, right? No second quarter, no replay,
none of that.
We go. So, Bruce Lee podcast talks about water. Second one, and then she talks about, and she breaks it up into just amazing segments. They're at 20, I think, 22 maybe. Okay, and. He had one on willpower. He had one on success. Oh, nice. And she's got access to the Bruce Lee archives, and he had in his wallet little notes that would remind him to himself, hey, this is what you need to do, hey, you need to do that. And affirmations. He had affirmations, and would read them daily. And I understand you gotta do that, just like Jocko, you have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. He accomplishes a shitload of stuff because he's up at 4:30, but you don't have to. You know, you pick what works for you.
Definitely.
And so, but his affirmations were, you know, I'm sitting there driving to work going, what? You know? So I've always been a Bruce Lee fan. You know, thought he was awesome.
Of course.
Jeet Kune Do, the whole idea. But I guess I heard "Be Water, My Friend," and I stopped because that was all
that
I needed.
pertained
That
most to you.
right? I loved it. I said, "This is awesome." And then with his daughter opening up more, I'm like, "Wow,
There's so much more.
so much more."
And I think that's why Bruce Lee has that worldwide appeal, because he was much more than just a man who could fight or a man who could act. He was a man who loved life and was not only philosophy, but had a spiritual side about him, and just really loved to share the knowledge. Just countless students and just wanting to really love life and to share that passion for life. And I think that's what people are drawn to. When people are very passionate about something and they find this is what I want to do, people will start paying attention, because once you love what you do, you get good at it.
I loved that he let them, dude. Bruce Lee, guys would come to his house, stay the night, stay forever, you know, and eat and talk, and that's like, you know, the Confit community though is what I would love for, you know, like that to happen.
Yes.
Get the guys in St. Louis, right? So, you know, if we can find more and make these pockets of groups where dudes can just hang out and get to know each other, like him, you know, I that's my plan for like 2017. My hope is like I've been, well, you know, not modeling,
bringing the cones together,
but yeah, bring them together and say, yeah, hey, come on, get them to focus, you know, and then you've got the camaraderie, working together, being together, you know, type of thing. I'm not saying they all live together, but we get the little groups, you know, together, and you know, if the group wants to start in Hawaii, we'd be happy to.
I'm down to fly down,
stay for a while,
to hang out a day or a week, a month, longer.
But he, you know, he was a dancer, right? When run the ballroom dancing when he was younger, but I think if you look at his whole life, it was a dance.
It really is.
He just kept fluid motion like water, you know, and I know me and my words. I'm always like, I don't know, you know, I'm like, and I think, dude, you know, that's it, dude. You're like, I know it. It's funny. There's a PJ, another guy. We'll call him Luigi. Okay. You would love Luigi.
Sounds good.
From LA.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, when I met him, I'll find some pictures. I'll show you later.
Cool.
You could be a younger brother to this guy, right? Awesome dude, great PJ, did a bunch of awesome stuff. Beautiful person. He, let's see. Oh, right. Ooh, we don't want to go too long, and all right. Kids and buses and things. All right. Life.
Reality.
Oh. So Luigi is replacing me in 2010 in Ballroom. Okay. And his group comes in, and we're, you know, and I haven't seen him in
years.
At that time, it was like 2 or 3 years. I hadn't seen him in a while. I think because as a PJ, you make friends with everybody, but everybody's everywhere. So, you know, I'm like, hey, dude, yeah. I was here with those guys, and you know, and you get all the stories, and everyone's, you know, and so you always know what someone's up to almost. You just gotta keep asking people. Yeah. So he shows up, and I'm like, dude, and he's dude, and we start hugging, and we're just like, and the only thing we said for about 5 minutes was just dude. Nice. And people are looking at us, and they're like, what? I'm like, you don't, like, I know exactly what he means, what he's saying. And they're like, that's insane. You know, and I think you can get that in pararescue, but most of the time that's where I've encountered it at. But, you know, like the guys I went to high school with and still surf with when I go home, I have that kind of a... Yeah.
There's a bond you form because of the love that you have for something.
Yeah. The shared experience. Yes. You know, and the passion, which people lack, you know, or they don't understand it. My buddy Lee went to high school with him. He's one of the... He's like, we're all alive walking in this burden garden of Eden. you know, and because it's a beautiful place,
Of course.
but it is on fire, like, you know, and it's always a mess, and there's always something going wrong,
Yeah.
and you just have to walk through it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's like there's people that can walk, you know, the idea of, oh, I can walk through the rain and not get wet,
Yeah.
you know, it's, you're there, but you're not there,
Yeah.
you don't let this affect
Affect
you,
this.
right,
Mhm.
because this, no matter what goes on here or there,
Mhm.
is, you know, you.
That's all it is. And that's what people miss out. Like, people think, get put in positions where they think they're powerless. You will always have the one power over your thoughts. Your life could go to hell. You could lose relationships. You could be broke. You could lose a job. You could lose family members. Life could just crap on you left and right. But the one power you will always have is what you decide it means to you. And so that's what people forget. And people think that, like, oh, why does your life suck? Oh, because the government, because of this, because my family, and people will blame every single possibility except themselves. And that's what people don't realize. People think that they have to live a certain way because other people, when really you have the most control.
Right, and the only thing you can affect is you.
That's it.
And if you're like, no,
Yes, life sucks, but it will get better.
yeah,
It's always darkest before the dawn, whatever you want to take.
or it'll get worse, but then it'll get better, then it'll get worse again.
Like your inspirational messages, it only gets worse. That's okay.
Is-
It's good.
I'm gonna call Mark.
All right.
All right, we're gonna call Mark. So we have a buddy who
Best friend
mentor.
to all of us.
He's an amazing guy.
See what he's up to.
When I first met El Conito here, Mark was with me, and Mark and I was like, dude, this guy is the second coming of the Coney Messiah. And Mark was like, I think you're right. He's very humble, but he is very smart. And
Thank you.
he was telling, I'm like looking going, man. Oh, there he is.
Nice.
It was funny. I have him in my favorites. So I should have just put it on my favorites, but I was scrolling.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Let's see what's up.
He's like, why? I love the way he says. He doesn't know we're calling, so
This is very impromptu.
it is. Well, we planned it, but
Hey, Mark, can